You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
Okay, we're in. And again, you are drinking something. Every time. Every time. Every time.
I thought we had more
I
time.
know you because you're always watching the stream, and the stream is behind.
I was getting a commercial for Chevrolet like Truck Month, so I was really excited about Truck Month.
This episode brought to you by Truck Month. This episode of The Rabbit Hole brought to you by trucks. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. Ladies, gentlemen, friends beyond the binary, from the Monstrous Activity Surveillance and Observation Network, my name is Michael Wingate. I am here with Ashton Laurel. This is The Rabbit Hole, where we dive deep into the weirdest things you never thought to think of. Tonight, dear friends, spooky season continues. It is the best time of year, in my opinion. It is October. It is spooky season. The spooky season is upon us, and we are dedicated here this month to doing spooky-related-ish things for you in this magical time of spooks and ghouls and such.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Happy late birthday, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I feel old. My back hurts. My hair going gray. I've got the look at all this. Look at all this gray in here. This is like a recent development. I have all of this like it's the Mr. Fantastic. I got like
That's kind of iconic though.
I mean, like I'm not struggling against it. Like it's not upsetting to me, but it's an interesting thing that's happening. That's for sure.
You know, I think it's a good point. It's better than sweating all the time like me. We've established
it's better than being constantly wet.
Yeah, because that's just what's going on with me, and every year it's getting worse. Anyway, yeah, so we're doing spooky things. And this week I'm telling you about the spookiest thing from anyone's childhood, but apparently not yours.
No, not mine.
Because you never watched Disney Channel.
Well, I guess. It's not that it's not that I never watched Disney Channel. It's just that when I was in middle school, like when I got to middle school, if you watched Disney Channel shows, you would probably get beat up. And that's not to say that like I went to I don't know, public school for me was a rough time. But you know, I didn't go to an arts school, like some people I know. But yeah, no, I mean, like so like the cool stuff to watch was like Nickelodeon, Nick at Night, Cartoon Network, that kind of stuff. That was the cool stuff, cool edgy stuff. And I was still like a nerd for watching like Courage the Cowardly Dog. You know what I mean? I still got made fun of for the things that I enjoyed, even though they weren't as egregious as Disney Channel sitcoms. But I watched a lot of Disney Channel. I was aware of like Hannah Montana and like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and I was aware. I have seen episodes and glimpses and bits and pieces of these shows, but yeah, no, I was much more a Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network kind of guy, and Saturday morning cartoons for sure.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I was a big Disney Channel kid because I didn't like to watch Nickelodeon because my cousin was on that, and it was weird.
Your cousin was on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And it was weird for me. So I just didn't want to watch it. I didn't want to see her on
Disney Channel once.
When and where?
Well, okay,
Tell me now.
I was a young kid, and I was a very young
Mickey Mouse Club?
No, it wasn't Mickey Mouse Club. It was, so do you remember Hercules, the animated series?
Yeah, man.
So they did a thing. They did this like big promo for Hercules, the animated series, where a bunch of little kids got together we like and auditioned and got up on a big stage. I remember we went out to this big open field, and there were like hundreds and hundreds of kids there, and there was this big massive stage with a big screen that was playing the Hercules, the animated series opening credits theme. And the idea was we were to dance on the stage and like whip out our best moves. Yeah. And so what happened was, so we rolled up onto this big field. I heard about this happening. I begged my mom to let me do this because I wanted to be a star. And so I went with my best friend Griffin, who, this is weird because we talked about Griffin last time with Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, but this Griffin will keep coming up. Apparently. As long
Apparently
as
your only friend.
Well, we're like, as long as we're digging into my childhood, like this era of my like early youth, I was just a sweet little child boy, you see. And so Griffin and I, we rolled up on this big field, and they gave us these like slushies. These it was like a big blue raspberry like sugar bomb with like Hercules branding all over it. Yeah. And they like brought me up onto this big stage, and I like danced, and that was that. And then they like, and then, you know, like I danced for the whole intro, and then they walked me off the stage and returned me to my mother, and that was it. And then you know, there was a whole season or multiple seasons of Hercules the animated series where when it premiered, the intro rolled, and it was like a montage of these kids dancing and superimposed over the intro, and my wild moves were selected for one of those bits. So I did appear on the Disney Channel as an uncredited actor.
Do you have footage of this?
Maybe it might be like like I said last episode, my family recorded a lot of stuff on 8mm tape, so it's certainly possible that it's in the archives somewhere. I imagine you might be able to find it online. I don't know what episode it was. I don't know what season it was. I can't remember what year it was, but I do remember that I was a sweet little child boy, and they gave me a big blue raspberry slushie. They gave Griffin a big red cherry slushie, and I liked the blue one better. I remember that.
And you didn't get to pick?
I can't remember that, if it was a choice or not. I don't know. I just remember being handed a giant, like it was the biggest frozen drink I had ever seen. It was probably the biggest beverage I had ever experienced at this age. And it was probably the size of my head. I was freaking out. I got brain freeze. I was all sugared up, and I danced. I did one. I do remember doing one of these. Yeah. I did one of those, and I do believe I did some disco. I was like really into. My parents were into Earth, Wind, and Fire. So growing up, I knew a lot of disco stuff. So I was doing a lot of that because I thought that was what was hip. Some Carltons. You know, the snaps. You know.
I'll find it.
I got the moves.
I'll find it.
Oh,
I'll fucking find it. Holy shit. I'm gonna find it.
and so it's not that I was an anti-Disney person. I'm not an anti-Disney person. I was raised on Disney movies. Disney Channel original movies were a massive part of my childhood. Things like The 13th Year and The Luck of the Irish, Under Wraps. Under Wraps, one of my favorites. Halloween Town.
We love Halloween
Town. The whole Halloween Town series. We're going to have to do a rabbit hole on the Halloween Town series and how fucked up Calabar and all that shit is.
I don't know as much as you probably. I've seen them all, but I've probably seen them like
We'll just do a Halloween Town watch.
Our commentary.
Yeah. Okay, what are we talking about tonight?
So, There is an episode of The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and it was the first season, and it was called The Ghost in Suite 613. And the universe collectively agrees that this was the scariest episode of any Disney sitcom ever. It has haunted people forever. And I wanted to dig into it and maybe discuss the lore of ghosts in The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Okay.
Try to figure out exactly what aspects of the ghost in Suite 613, if any, are real.
Okay, so to my knowledge, the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody is the tale of of
The harrowing tale.
it's the harrowing tale of the twins who played Adam Sandler's kid in Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Actually, Jon Stewart's kid, technically, to think Jon Stewart is the biological father of that child. And they live in a hotel owned by Brenda Song's dad.
Yes.
Is that right? Now, I'm currently playing a video game called The Quarry, and Brenda Song is in it, and she's great. She's real good.
She's great.
I don't know. I haven't seen her in anything probably since I saw bits and pieces of Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. But she was great in that video game, so good job, Brenda Song. Ashley Tisdale's there.
Yep.
And Dr. Hooch from Scrubs is there.
Yep.
I know that for sure.
They are all featured in this episode.
They're all featured in this episode.
Heavily featured.
And so you're telling me that there's now in this lighthearted, playful Disney Channel original sitcom, there is ghost lore. There's lore about the afterlife.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, hold on. Let me. All right. So this was season 1.
Okay.
Episode 19. And I wanted to include this because as I was like scrolling down to try to find this is the only episode that doesn't have a summary. I don't know why. Like this episode has like just a summary for the overall series. Every other one kind of like it describes the episode. This one does not.
Well, that is concerning.
There's no
feels
description
like some
of the
meta
episode.
lore.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. This is already a red flag.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. So like, So I don't know what that means. There's even a description for Christmas at the Tipton, which includes Mary and Joseph as guests at the Tipton. So I don't know. Like
Mary and Joseph as in Jesus's folks?
So at Christmas at the Tipton, their first Christmas episode, basically like everyone's snowed in at the Tipton and like all the rooms are full, and so then a pregnant woman and her husband, like Mary and Joseph, show up to the Tipton and there's no room.
Of Nazareth?
They're not like, it's just like modern day. It's just like by coincidence a pregnant woman named Mary and her husband Joseph show up to the Tipton and there's no rooms.
Do they name their child Jesus?
I don't know if there's any I don't know if we actually know. I don't remember how it ends.
That's not what that feels like about. Chekhov's Jesus right there.
I don't know. I don't remember how this episode ends. Maybe we'll do a Christmas episode on that one. So that's not even like, we're not even getting into that. So basically the plot is Zack and Cody hear a rumor that says there's a ghost in Suite 613, along with Maddie, London, and Esteban. The twins go to Suite 613 to spend the night. Basically, they make a bet to see who can stay in there the longest. Whoever stays in there the longest gets $5.
Okay. Oh, and I see here's the lore.
Here's the lore of the ghost.
Okay. Yes. Irene was a rich and beautiful young woman who checked in with her husband on their honeymoon night in 1942. But the next day, he went off to fight in World War II. Irene waited for 3 years, but he never came back. Turned out that he had met an unnamed Italian woman, and they opened up a pizza parlor in Naples. After finding out this shocking revelation, Irene grew angry and, in a fit of rage, threw the silver hairbrush that her cheating husband gave to her before he left at her mirror. As it shattered, one of the flying mirror shards cut her by the throat, and she died.
So, Never in the episode does it specifically say that the shard cut her throat, but it does say that in The Sweet Life of Karen and Kabir, which is the Indian remake. So I thought I'd mention that.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, The Sweet Life of Karen and Kabir.
There's an Indian remake of The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody?
It's The Sweet Life of Karen and Kabir. It is almost word for word the same and shot for shot the same, but different actors and in a different language. And it's and instead of the Tipton, the hotel is called the Raj Mahal.
Is it Bollywood or is this also Disney?
This is also Disney. I mean, like it's
Come on,
it's
Disney!
shot for it's
Fucking
shot for
cowards!
shot. It's shot for shot. Sometimes, listen, I've been obsessed with this show. Sometimes I will just watch The Sweet Life of Karen and Kabir because there are no subtitles like ever. Like I found the one that I found finally had subtitles, but most of them do not have subtitles. But I remember the episode so well that I can just sit back and watch it and just like enjoy
Wow.
the differences.
Wow.
Okay. So, anyway, specifically in The Sweet Life of Karen and Kabir, it says that it slit her throat. It does not specifically say that in The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. It just says that the mirror shattered and she died when the glass, went out. So, that is the story of Irene. So, they go into the suite of 613. Upon entering the suite, they see a portrait of Irene on the wall. They see a broken mirror with 1 point of impact, which is important. There is no hairbrush on the floor. There are tables and chairs covered in sheets. Gargoyles on the balcony.
Okay.
And the lights immediately go out.
Okay. Now, I've got a couple questions here.
Yes.
Are there gargoyles anywhere else on the building of the Tipton Hotel?
Apparently not.
Okay, so you're telling me that this one room in the Tipton
I guess
has a set of gargoyles inside or on the balcony,
so. Like outside on the balcony,
Yes.
and also there's only one of them. They say gargoyles plural. They only show one,
Sure.
and they only ever show the back of it
Okay.
because he's facing outward, right?
Yeah.
So they only ever show the back.
Sure. Okay. Okay. And okay, so all right, okay. Why is there a portrait of Irene? Because she was just a guest at the Tipton?
So she was just a guest. She did end up staying there for 3 years.
For 3 years, right. Okay. I guess I'm on board with that. Okay,
right?
fine.
So like
sure.
kind of.
Okay.
I could see that happening.
The broken mirror, the fact that they didn't clean up the broken mirror after all this time is odd.
So an important part that is gonna come back later. The important part about that is that there's no hairbrush next to it. It is just like a mirror with 1 point of impact. That will also come back later, and there's no hairbrush.
I see. Okay.
So as the night continues, Arwen, who is like the hotel's handyman, he creates a ghost detector that detects 20 weird things in the suite, 19 of which point to him. But the other abnormality is the painting, which looks directly at him.
Oh.
Not just the eyes, full head turn and looks at him. And everyone in the room sees this.
Okay.
They acknowledge it. They all start to smell pizza.
Okay.
A disembodied voice saying, "I hate pizza. It reminds me of my cheating husband." As they all, after they all say, "I smell pizza." Yeah,
because he started a pizza place in Naples.
Yes,
with his hot Italian unnamed wife.
Exactly, and the table floats off the ground.
See.
This is the shot of her, like you can see, fully moves her head.
Yeah.
That is not just eyes moving. That is like a full tilt of the head.
Yeah, what that is in the shot on the left, that is a picture of a painting or a photograph. And then on the right, that is a picture of an actress standing in a door frame.
Yes. Yeah. Made to look like it is the painting.
Yes.
So like it is very clear that the ghost of this woman is fully moving her head.
Yes.
Every single person in the room sees it. They all are like, did you see that picture move? And everyone's like, yeah, I saw it. Arwen then runs out of the room screaming.
Okay.
Rightfully so. Mr. Mosby comes in. He tells his story about when he was a bellhop a couple, maybe 20 years ago when he first started working at the Tipton.
Okay.
He says he walks in to Suite 613 because he was trying to catch a couple of Z's.
Okay.
Said like that.
Wait. So Mr. Mosby this is in the 70s or the 80s?
I'm not exactly sure when
How
it was.
old is this guy?
I don't know.
Because this picture that I'm looking at here with the big afro and he's talking all jive, I feel like that's like, I don't know. Continue. That's getting into some murky territory here.
So Mr. Mosby walks in. He says, I didn't believe in ghosts. Everyone else did, but I thought I could take a nap in that suite because, no one was going to go in there. So no one would bother me. He walks in. He feels a cold breeze immediately, smells pizza. He goes, ooh, pizza. And then immediately hears the voice that says, I hate pizza. A hairbrush then flies across the room at him. He ducks out of the way. It breaks the mirror for the first time. We see a shot there. That mirror gets hit by the hairbrush, and that is the first break in the mirror. And that is the break that we later see when Zach and Cody enter. That's the same mirror break.
I see.
So that was not the break that happened with Irene.
Okay.
That was the break that happened with Mr. Mosby.
I see.
So he then tried to run but the door was slammed in his face.
Okay.
Luckily his afro broke his fall, but he was never able to boogie oogie oogie ever again because he hurt his ankle.
I see. Okay.
So
poor Mr. Mosby.
Yeah.
Boogie,
so that
oogie,
is his
oogie.
experience. Yeah, he was never able to boogie oogie oogie ever again.
Sad.
So that is his experience. He does not stay the rest of the night in 613, and he does not return to 613 for the rest of the night. He has nothing else to do with it, which is important to remember.
Okay.
So, the seance.
Okay.
Esteban, Julio Ricardo Montoya de la Rosa Ramirez. Esteban offers to channel the spirit of Irene and is fully possessed, causing a hairbrush to fly over the table and smash into the already broken mirror, creating the second point of impact, shattering the mirror for a second time. Okay. When I say fully possessed, I mean his voice changes, like goes full ghost possession.
Okay.
Like he is fully possessed by Irene. This man, his shtick is that he is your classic oh haha, he's a foreigner, he's a funny foreigner, you know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
He has a very heavy
he's the Fez of this show.
So he has a very heavy accent. He's he's oh funny. So his voice changes to a very clear American woman's voice.
Okay.
Very clearly.
Okay, I'm okay. I hear you.
So
I believe you.
so it's just there is no way that he is faking this. It is so clearly. The other thing that happens is he takes the lighter to light the candle, and the candle bursts into flames before he's even able to light it.
Spooky.
So yeah. Which leads to that shot of Esteban, which that is actually the scariest shot in the whole show.
That's a pretty scary shot.
Yeah.
He looks menacing.
Yeah. So then they are all around the table doing the seance. Maddie gets taken into darkness, just pulled back in her chair. She says she loves pizza and is dragged back into darkness. You can see in this scene, she literally they used the fucking fade out tool. She doesn't get pulled behind something. They fade her out.
Oh.
She gets she doesn't go, she just disappears into thin air.
Oh.
So she gets dragged into nowhere.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, right?
Holy
it's crazy.
Shit. Okay.
So she gets dragged away. Cody gets taken because Irene says, I hate pizza. Like, no, don't ever say pizza around me. And Cody's like, oh, I hate pizza. And she's like, you just said pizza. She drags Cody. London gets taken when she asks for her $1,000 back, because apparently the ghost stole her $1,000.
I see.
Out of her purse.
Hmm.
Esteban disappears in a flash of lightning. This leaves Zach, who runs to hide near the painting of Irene. The painting reaches her arms out and grabs Zach's nose, does the, hey, I've got your nose thing. Her arm fully comes out.
Whoa.
Does I've got your nose.
Scary.
He runs to another door, encounters a talking skeleton.
Oh,
who,
what?
Like, opens the door, does like a little classic, like, skeleton, I'm made of bones. He runs out to the hallway, screams. A giant spider drops onto his head.
What the
he
fuck?
is forced to run back into the hotel.
This is horrifying.
That's a shot of her like reaching out. Very obviously reaching out from the painting again.
Yeah.
Right?
It's terrifying.
So Zach is cornered by 4 ghosts.
Four
when he
ghosts?
is in there. He is screaming. This is a shot actually of Karen, Sweet Life of Karen and Kabir, because I couldn't get a good shot when from the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, but it is then revealed that it was Maddie, London, Esteban, and Cody and Arwen the whole time. They were playing a prank on Zach. Because Zach had been like playing pranks on them for like ever, and they wanted to get him back. So they decided to like traumatize him, right?
Okay.
It is revealed that Arwen, the maintenance guy, had been like providing special effects. So the special effects that he shows and claims to have done are the skeleton, the table moving up and down,
Okay.
the balcony doors opening and closing,
Sure.
the front door opening and closing,
Yeah.
the lights going on and off,
Okay. Easy.
the pizza smell, which was just a pizza in the room that they ordered,
Oh, okay.
and the spider, which he doesn't actually claim, but we can assume because it literally was just like a fake spider with a rope attached to it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What he does not explain,
Yeah.
the hairbrush flying across the room,
Uh-huh.
the moving painting,
Mm-hmm.
the voice of Irene coming out of Esteban,
Yeah.
just the voice of Irene, period, coming out of nowhere,
Mm-hmm.
the disappearance of Maddie, Cody, Esteban, and London into total darkness,
Mm-hmm.
and Mr. Mosby's entire experience.
Huh.
No one seems to even mention this. No one's like, hey, some other weird stuff happened. Everyone's just like, I can't believe you pranked Zach. Ah, ha, ha. No one's fucking talking about this.
Nobody
Like, what the
addresses
fuck
this.
No one addresses this. They're all like, oh my God, Arwen played a funny joke on everyone. Like we all like made Zach, you know, like no one's talking about it. No one's talking about this.
Now, that's deeply
Why
concerning.
isn't anyone talking about this?
They all saw the painting move.
They all saw the painting move. They all acknowledged it. All of them acknowledged it. Zach saw the painting reach out and grab his nose.
Okay.
So, post-credit sequence.
Yeah.
They go into the room because Cody left his blanket in there. They're looking for it. A woman walks out, looks exactly like Irene, hands Cody his blanket and goes, I think this belongs to you. She then walks away, walks directly into the painting. They scream, they run out. That's a post-credit sequence, right? So.
Huh. Okay. So.
Establishing that ghosts are real in the canon of The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, right?
Yeah.
We can agree with this. We can agree that The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody
apparently
canonically has ghosts, right?
Apparently, yes. Ghosts are real in this world. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Now, it's important to remember, Cody and Zach both see this interaction with like Irene.
Yeah.
Irene fully, and also she is holding the blanket and hands it to Cody.
So this is a full-bodied apparition able to manipulate objects in our physical world.
Yes.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fascinating.
She also kind of like pats Cody on the back, so she can also touch him. which is also going to be important. So
Okay.
that is the ghost. That is like the episode. That's the basics of that episode. But there's more, because there are other times that ghosts and Irene is even mentioned. So Irene was mentioned again in the spin-off series, The Sweet Life on Deck.
Okay.
Did you know about this series? I don't know what you know.
I'm vaguely aware that there was it was on a cruise ship, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And that it was just the same show, just on a cruise ship, same
Yeah,
cast,
yeah.
same everything, just on a cruise
Yeah,
ship.
pretty much.
Yeah.
So this time, it takes the cruise ship docks in New Orleans, and basically a ghost tries to get Zach to like clear his name for him, because it was like the history was like he sunk the ship, like he made a mistake and like sunk his entire crew and like killed everyone on his boat. Was not true. He was
Okay.
sabotaged.
Okay.
So he was like, hey, I need you to like help clear my name for me. So that's the plot of this episode. Zach like immediately like believes in this ghost. He's like, okay, there's a ghost trying to contact me. I don't know why, but like, Cody, please listen to me. There's a ghost. And Cody's like, no, there's not, because there's no such thing as ghosts. And Zach's like, we were literally haunted by a ghost. Like, Irene was in Suite 613.
Okay.
Like, do you not remember this? And Cody's like, yeah, but like it was, we were like 12 years old, and it was probably just our imagination. The scientific community, if ghosts were real, they would have figured it out by now.
Sure.
Like we were like 12 years old. We were seeing like imaginary women probably everywhere. We were like horny all the time. That's basically what he says. That's literally what he says.
Okay.
Like, so he fully does not believe in ghosts at this point. Zach is all in on it immediately. Eventually, like, enough supernatural stuff happens that Cody is on board with it. Zach is actually the only person who is able to see the ghost. The other, Cody and his friend are able to like see the stuff that the ghost does. But eventually Zach clears his name, blah, blah, blah. The episode ends. Cool. Interesting fact about this one, the ghost does not speak. It cannot speak, and he has to do charades to talk to Zach.
Okay.
So that proves, so that is the continuity of ghosts in The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody and The Sweet Life on Deck. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's when they mention ghosts. The two times they mention ghosts.
Okay.
And the two times that they show ghosts.
Okay.
So that should be it. That's it. That's all I have for you, right? That's it.
Okay.
That's it, right?
Sure.
That's it.
Oh.
What about Wizards on Deck with Hannah Montana? What about Wizards on Deck with Hannah Montana?
What about Wizards on Deck with Hannah Montana?
This was a 3-part special where Justin Russo of Wizards of Waverly Place wrote an essay and won to meet London Tipton aboard the SS Tipton, and he and his siblings got to go on a teen cruise to Hawaii. And also Hannah Montana was going to be performing in Hawaii, and she took the SS Tipton as well. So they were all on the boat at the same time. And they all interacted.
Another crossover event.
Yes.
We can't seem to escape crossover events.
Yes. Now this is not the first time that Zach and Cody have interacted with Hannah Montana. There was another crossover about, I want to say like 3 years earlier, maybe a couple years. I'm not exactly sure, but it was the That's So Sweet Life of Hannah Montana, and that was a crossover with That's So Raven.
Now That's So Raven, I remember.
Yeah.
That's So Raven was like That's So Raven and Kim Possible and the Proud Family.
Mm-hmm.
That was my era of Disney.
Yeah.
Once it got to Sweet Life of Zach and Cody and Hannah Montana, that's like where I started aging out of it, and Wizards of Waverly Place missed me completely.
That is my favorite one, and I cannot believe it.
Yeah, no, totally just sailed on by. No idea.
And I'm so sorry. And I'm so sorry for that.
I was watching The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack by that time.
We all were. You can watch both.
And I by that time, that was 07. It was 07.
Yeah.
So that's me in like 7th, 8th grade. I'm already watching Supernatural. I'm already doing live action serious shows.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He's so cultured. Okay. So okay. That's so Sweet Life of Hannah Montana, right?
Sure.
That one, the only thing that establishes that is like kind of weird is that Raven can see the future, right?
Sure.
That we could attribute that to being like Raven is the one who has these special abilities. Only Raven. It's just kind of like a thing that she has and no one else has.
Okay.
Now we move on to Hannah Montana, Sweet Life, and Wizards of Waverly Place, which means that everything in the wizarding world is canon, not only in the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, but also in Hannah Montana. So
Right.
all of these shows now converge, which means that all of the ghost lore from Wizards of Waverly Place is now canon in the Sweet Life universe.
Okay, so now we're going to get into the ghost lore of Wizards of Waverly
Place. So the ghost
Place.
lore, yes, exactly.
All
exactly.
Right. Okay.
So here's the wizard ghost.
Okay.
There are two main ghosts that are like really featured in Wizards of Waverly Place.
Okay.
That is Mantooth and Lucy.
Okay.
So Mantooth was featured in season 3, episode 2, Halloween.
Okay.
And we get some very interesting lore that is like very canon immediately. First one, the ghost realm is under any cemetery. All you have to do is dig up a grave and like jump into it.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah. You have
Dark.
to dig it's like you dig 6 feet, you jump into a grave.
Dark.
The other thing is that all ghosts can eat is candy. That's all a ghost can eat. So the ghost realm is literally just a bunch of doors where ghosts practice trick-or-treating.
Wow. Because
they have to go out on Halloween and trick-or-treat and get all the candy that they need for a year.
Got it.
They do not have strict rules on being bound to a certain location because Mantooth is shown in the ghost realm, and then he's just able to go to the subway shop.
Interesting.
So he's at least able to travel like around greater New York.
Okay.
So
he's got, he's a man about town. A ghost about town. Man about ghost town. Ghost about man town.
He is able to create like a rather like scary face at will to like scare people.
Fun.
But he's just a weird guy. He just does that for fun.
So he's just
like,
a little stinker is what you're telling me.
He literally is a little stinker. The episode is about like the Russos need to fix make their haunted house scary, and they go to the ghost realm to like get scary ghosts to help them out.
I like that.
Yeah, and it turns out that Mantooth is like too scary.
Too scary.
So yeah, but he's like actually a really nice guy. He's just really scary.
Just really scary.
Okay. They can look corporeal because their mom comes down and is like, "Oh, you got some actors to play ghosts. That's cool." But they can't. At one point, Alex tries to hand one of them a crystal ball, and the crystal ball falls right through their hands.
I see.
So they cannot hold things. They can hold things in the ghost world because it's in the ghost world, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they cannot hold things on the surface that we have seen.
I see.
And they do show some evidence of how they've passed. So one of the ghosts that we see has like a top hat. He takes off the top hat. He has brains in his fucking head, There's one of the other ghosts is a guy with his severed head that he carries around. Classic ghost. A Mantooth looks like I don't know, some evil scientist that probably got electrocuted or some shit.
Cool.
So they show like some aspect of it. So if we go back to Irene really doesn't show any aspect of her getting slit in the throat.
Sure.
So it's possible that like not all ghosts could have that aspect of them. We do not know how Lucy died. So Lucy could have died of like honestly heartbreak. We'll get into it.
Okay.
But like but we do not see any evidence of like what happened. So it's very like it definitely depends on the situation with ghosts and wizards Waverly Place.
Okay. Okay.
That's what we get from the first instance of ghosts from Mantooth.
Mhm.
From season 4, episode 23, Ghost Roommate, where Alex and Harper move into their own apartment and they get a ghost roommate to help them pay the rent. We
Fun.
learned that haunting is how ghosts express emotions. As we see
see.
Lucy like running around in the middle of the night, waking everyone up because she's so sad and she has to haunt the place.
I see.
Some ghosts are not bound to locations. Lucy is looking for an apartment. She needs somewhere to live.
Yeah.
So she's not bound anywhere.
Right.
But Donnie, who is her lost boyfriend, who was basically he died because his plane landed in the Bermuda Triangle.
Mhm.
He is trapped in the Bermuda Triangle.
Mhm.
So that could be he's stuck because his plane crashed and he can't find his way out, or it's specifically the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, the Bermuda Triangle is weird. It's got some weird stuff
Right.
going on. I'm more inclined to believe that, given the
Yes.
given the other lore that we're looking at
Yeah.
here.
So Alex takes Lucy to the Bermuda Triangle. Alex then tries to leave, and she's unable to because the Bermuda Triangle takes away like wizard powers. Eventually, Mason, her ex-boyfriend, has to come help.
Mhm.
And the way to like get past the like wizard blocking abilities of the Bermuda Triangle is that she has to wear Bermuda shorts. So it's a very good bit.
Okay.
So
Okay.
she does
Sure.
it. They make it back safe. Lucy stays behind with Donnie. Here's the thing. Lucy and Donnie are shown drinking out of a coconut together.
Okay.
That's not candy.
That's
Is
not
it?
candy.
Is that candy?
Well,
We don't know. She also complains about how Alex and Harper have eaten her oatmeal cookies.
also not candy.
Are they?
Well, okay. Depends on like here's what I'll say on that front. What is candy?
That's exactly the question, right?
What is candy? Candy is sugar.
What is candy?
Candy is some sort of sweet that is comprised of mostly, if not all, sugar. Is what I would say candy is. Now, I would say that an oatmeal cookie does contain quite a bit of sugar.
Right.
There's a little bit of protein and quite a bit of carbs, but a significant amount of that is sugar. Now, if you were to apply just the standard, maybe these ghosts just need sugar, and so what is a pina colada in a coconut, if not just a shit ton of sugar with some liquor?
I mean, it's not ever shown that it is actually liquor. It is literally just them drinking out of a coconut.
Right, I'm just saying,
Like a flat
you know what I
coconut.
mean. Like, but like, so they're drinking out of a coconut. It could be. Wait, like it's just like a fresh coconut, or is it like a coconut drink?
Yes.
Oh, it's a fresh
No,
coconut.
it's not. It's just a coconut.
Oh, there's no like little umbrella or anything. They're just drinking out of a coconut.
There is an umbrella, but again, there's like no bartender here. It is literally like an abandoned island with Donnie's crashed plane, and these two ghosts and Alex.
I mean, coconut
Like there's
water.
no alcohol.
Yeah. Okay. Well, coconut water's definitely got lots of natural sugars in it.
Yeah.
So it's a sugar thing.
Yeah. The other thing is that Lucy at one point goes on a date with Alex's ex-boyfriend, who is a werewolf. So I don't know how that sex was gonna work.
The ghost goes on a date with a werewolf?
Yeah, I don't know how that was gonna work.
Yeah, that is weird.
That has nothing to do with like the overall lore. I just was thinking about it.
Sure.
So this leads me to my main question: is a coconut a candy?
Is a coconut candy? It's nature's candy.
I mean, I don't know. So what if you get an apple in your candy basket? That's a question. So people give apples in candy baskets. They give like healthy things, right?
Sure.
So what if you get something in your candy basket what that isn't necessarily like
I'm going to cut it
considered
open into
candy?
little pieces looking for razor blades.
What like what would constitute like what if you get something in like your candy bag, like if you're a ghost, you're going trick-or-treating for candy, you get it in your candy bag and it's like mixed in with all the other candy, is that candy? Is it like you got it trick-or-treating and it's in your candy bag and you got it with it's with your candy?
Okay.
Is it candy?
It's not candy. It's a fruit, which I would say is nature's candy. So it's a type of candy.
So is it candy?
Under the greater umbrella of candy-like things, if you're using, it depends on the umbrella. If you decide that anything that can be labeled candy in any way is candy, then yes, apple, fruit, nature's candy. That's candy. Sure. It depends. It depends.
What? Okay, what if now hear me out.
Okay.
What if there's caramel, like it's a caramel apple?
Well, candied apple is a thing.
Exactly. So it's a candied apple. Like, can you eat if you bite into it? Let's say that apple, just for this conversation, an apple doesn't count as candy.
Sure.
And you have a candied apple.
Yeah.
If you bite into a candied apple, can you eat the apple part? Is that a part of the candy part?
I would say that if we're being impeccable with our word here,
Mhm.
I would say that a candied apple as a whole, if you're looking at an apple dipped in caramel, rolled in sprinkles, right? A candied apple.
Mhm.
Or dipped in just sugar and coated with a hard layer of sugar. The worst kind of candied apple. I'd say if you look,
You're right, and you should say it.
you look at the thank you vindication. You look at a candied apple, and part and parcel, the whole thing is a confection. I would say that a candied apple is a confection. I would say that it is covered in sprinkles, which are candy.
Mhm.
I would say that it is dipped in caramel, which is a sweet sauce. And then I would say that the apple itself is a fruit.
Mhm.
But altogether, the whole kit and caboodle, I would say is a confection.
So what's your answer?
What was the question?
So the question is, if you were to if a ghost bit into a candied apple, could they eat the whole thing?
Oh, I see. Well, it depends. It depends. Again. When the ghosts say they can only eat candy, do they mean they can only eat confections? Because a confection, like, it's a confection and candy is like square and rectangle, right? Like, all squares are rectangles, not all rectangles are squares.
Right.
All candies are confections, not all confections are candies. So, if ghosts are being impeccable with their word, if they are, in the clearest and most objective terms, correct in their assessment that they can only eat candy specifically, then no, a ghost could not eat the apple part of a candied apple. However, if ghosts only being able to eat candy means they can only eat confections or otherwise things that could be placed in their Halloween trick-or-treat bag, or things that ostensibly normally would be placed in their trick-or-treat bag. Now, this includes things like Twinkies or, cupcakes or any other confection, right? Very sugary treat. Oatmeal cookies, perhaps. Because if the ghost can eat oatmeal cookies, then I think we have to reason that ghosts can just eat confections.
Well, she is never shown eating them. Literally, Alex and Harper eat the oatmeal cookies, and then she talks about how you guys ate my oatmeal cookies, and then she like does a little bit where she's like haunting about it, where she's like, "Oh, I'm sad that you ate them." It could just like there's like maybe she just likes the smell.
Maybe, but I think we are getting we're getting good evidence here that ghosts can eat confections, that ghosts just need a lot of sugar, because if they're drinking out of a coconut, then they're getting a sugary liquid. And that then makes sense to like if it's a biological thing, like so that's the thing, is like, is it a magical curse that all ghosts can only eat specifically candy? And then, like, how long has this curse been around? Because candy hasn't really existed for as long as death has, right? So we have to imagine that if we're following, like, if we have to take this as far back as it possibly can go, and we have to go to, ancient Egypt, where, like, if a ghost was sticking around, if it didn't get ferried across the what is it, the Sea of Reeds or whatever, I don't mean to be dismissive of thousands of years of very cool culture and lore. Field of Reeds or something.
It's the Sea of Reeds.
The Sea of, is it really? Did I get it?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, damn. Look at me go. Anyway, if the ghost is sticking around and it needs to eat to stick around, then, like, it's probably going to be eating dates and stuff. Like, it's probably going to be eating, the sugariest, sweetest stuff. And that's probably because ghosts can subsist on sugar, probably. Unless somebody cursed them at some point, cursed all ghosts to only be able to, like, and it's a magic thing and it's word specific to candy. I can't, that doesn't compute for me. It feels better for it not to be word specific. Right. It just needs to be, a lot of sugar. Ghosts just need sugar.
Right.
That's a fun
That makes
thing.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tracks.
Okay.
That tracks for me. So that tracks. The other thing that the reason I'm thinking about, like, the smell of the cookies is also because, like, there's the aspect of Irene where she, like, I don't know if she's the one that creates that pizza smell, but, like, everyone mentions, like, the smell of pizza when they go into that room. Is that, like, her creating that? Or is that, like...
That's my read on the situation, because did Mr. Mosby smell pizza?
Yes, he did.
Okay, then yeah, I think it's the ghost creating the pizza smell.
That she specifically hates.
She specifically hates, but maybe this pizza smell is a byproduct of her ghostly wrath. Like, she's thinking, she's sitting there stewing on her ex-boyfriend and his hot Italian lover and their pizza, just like they're stewing on all those tomatoes in the kitchen. Yeah, and so she's like, oh, I bet they're roasting potatoes or they're roasting tomatoes and garlic, and oh, I bet they're putting basil in there, and then her ghostly wrath conjures the smell of pizza, and Mr. Mosby with his big old afro is like, pizza, and she's like, no, I hate pizza. How dare you say pizza? She also dragged 4 children to the nether realm. What the fuck is up with that?
But when you actually see her post-credit scene, she is very sweet. She's, like, very nice. She has this very, like, nice demeanor. She's very kind. She hands Cody his blanket, and she's like, oh, it's no problem. She has a very, like, sweet, nice voice, and, like, walks into her portrait. Like, almost the exact opposite of how she's been portrayed so far.
I see.
So, I don't know.
I don't think.
And like
Here's the thing.
the portrait specifically, the voice is not like the voice that possessed Esteban, and the voice that like is yelling out like I hate pizza is completely different from the picture on the wall, because like the I got your nose thing, yeah, it's scary, but it's like kind of cute. Like the kid's like 12 years old. She's just trying to relate to a kid, you know? Like it literally is just like, hey, I got your nose. Like that's how I act with kids, because I'm bad with kids. Like I get that.
What was Irene's betrothed name?
They never said.
Okay, and was it Pasquale?
They never said. They never said.
So
This
here's
is-
what I think.
I mean,
So here's what I think. I think Pasquale. Pasquale left.
the Italian woman is Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, the Italian woman is actually Charles Entertainment Cheese. And I think that either the rat or Pasquale actually killed Irene. I don't think she died of a stray mirror shard to the throat. I think Pasquale fucking murdered her to get her out of the way when Charles got jealous when he found out about her. No, I don't know. Listen.
No, we've said that like their relationship is like very nice. Like Chuck E. Cheese and Pasquale is
Yeah,
like,
they're good.
very
They're
nice.
good.
They have a good relationship. They have a really good relationship.
Okay. What was the betrothed's name, and was it Papa John? Better ingredients.
It was never said. It
Better
was
pizza.
never said.
Papa John. So John up and leaves Irene, goes and fights in World War II. And then Papa John doesn't come home because he runs away with an Italian woman. And then he comes back and he's like tying up loose ends, and he offs Irene, and that's why she's so mad. And he bakes a pizza.
I don't know if this helps, but I can tell you that in the version of Sweet Life of Karen and Kabir, her name is Shalani.
Okay.
Same thing happens where she throws a hairbrush at the mirror.
Yeah.
But her husband was a film producer and marries an actress, and then makes a film with that actress that is named after like a food, a specific like Indian food, and then that is the Indian food that she hates.
I see. And she creates the smell of this Indian food that she hates?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah. Same thing happens at the end where she comes out and she's very sweet.
Now, I can't speak to the Bollywood Disney version of The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, but
It's the Sweet Life of Karen and Kabir.
Karen and Kabir?
Yeah.
Okay, The Sweet Life of Karen and Kabir. I cannot speak to The Sweet Life of Karen and Kabir, but I can posit this. What if Irene, in a fit of rage, killed her betrothed, and he was such a slimy, weak piece of shit that the only apparition he can come back as is the smell of pizza?
It's so funny.
Pretty funny. Pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's got legs. I
It
watched that
does.
show. The Sweet Life of the Smell of Pizza.
This is my husband. Just the smell of
The
pizza.
smell of pizza. Somebody making pesto?
One-
Oh no,
one
that's my
good man.
husband.
One good man. Dude, that's my dream man. That's so funny. Okay, okay, in this scenario,
Yeah.
first of all,
Mhm.
so you're saying that Irene killed him
I
in
think
this scenario.
I think that here's what I think happened. I think he came back to the hotel and he confronted her and he tried to choke her out and he did. He killed her. And he choked her out. And while she was dying, she smashed him into the mirror and he got all cut up and died too. But it was such a good, kind person that she can come back as a full apparition and she can do her thing. And he's such a weak little piece of shit that he only has the strength to come back as the smell of pizza. And
Okay.
and she's pissed off. She gets pissed off when he comes around because he's like, "Oh, look at me! I'm the smell of pizza." And she's like, "Oh, I fucking hate pizza! Like, I hate you, dude!" And she throws the hairbrush.
I mean, so in this situation,
Yeah,
if you're a shit person, you have less like ability to come back as a ghost. Is
I
what
think
you're saying.
it's just like if you're like a weak person.
A weak person.
Yeah, like
Okay.
if you're a weak-willed person, then I think you'll have less willpower to like manifest as a full-bodied apparition.
I see.
I also think the painting of Irene is doing a lot of heavy lifting for her. Like she already has like a visual representation of herself that she can kind of like
Yeah.
step into, whereas this guy is just the smell of pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only
Yeah.
thing that
She,
makes
and
sense
she
to
was
me here.
to be fair, she also was called during the seance. They did not mention the husband's name at all during the seance.
Yeah, true.
So
Yeah, they could have been like, "Papa John, what do you have to say
Yeah.
for yourself?" And
yeah.
he'd be like, "Better ingredients, better pizza.
Better
I'm a
pizza.
piece of shit."
Yeah. So
Do you remember when Papa John did some interview and he was like his face looked like salami and he was like just sweating buckets and he was talking about how the day of reckoning is coming. You remember that? Cuz that was a real thing that happened. Papa John just like heaving and sweating and saying the day of reckoning is coming. You haven't seen the last of Papa John. I hope he's okay. And then and then Shaq bought out the company and now Shaq's Papa John. I don't know what's happening. I hope Papa John's okay. Papa John, if you're out there, I don't want you on the show, but I hope you're not plotting our demise as you seem to be.
listen. I'm sorry to say this. I don't care what happens to Papa John. I'll say it first.
Is he?
I'll say you can cut it. You can cut that.
Now, is Papa John in the same vein as like Jared from Subway?
No.
No, he didn't do anything as bad.
No. I think he went, I hate gays.
Oh,
and
that's
shit like
not
that.
good.
Yeah, but he's not Jared from Subway bad.
Yeah, okay. Jared from Subway's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, no, it's different. Very different.
The fact that Subway actually recovered from that is crazy.
Yeah. Good sandwiches.
And their bread isn't even legally bread. It's cake.
You know, hey.
And their tuna isn't even legally fish.
They got good mayonnaise. I'm obsessed with their mayonnaise. I'll say it. I ask for extra mayonnaise when I go there.
That's what she
and I
said.
always have.
Got him.
Anyway, I think that's the last. Yep, that is the last slide of my presentation.
Wow.
So,
wow. What do you think about Wendy's?
that was one
nuts.
of the only. Stop the show.
Got you.
Cut this. Cut this.
Wendy's nuts.
What the fuck do you think? Cut this. Cut this. What the fuck do you think you're talking about? I need you to shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up right now.
You know,
I'm gonna,
it's pretty
bitch.
fun.
I'm gonna tell.
I don't really do that, but that's pretty fun. I see the appeal.
You piece of shit. I'm gonna call you out on all social media platforms. I'm gonna call you out right now. Fucking, I'm doing it.
Ladies,
Fucking
gentlemen,
Twitter, all of them.
Friends Beyond the Binary.
Twitter, Facebook, fucking Instagram. Grab on all of them.
LinkedIn.
Grab on these nuts.
Did we figure anything out?
No. I mean, I guess that like it's okay for ghosts to like drink out of coconuts and also like eat oatmeal cookies.
Well,
I think that's good for me.
It's fun. Yeah, it's cool. Like, so ghosts, so candy can be as under the, you know, in the specific example of ghosts in the Disney sitcom multiverse. Or, sorry, the Disney sitcom shared universe.
Yeah.
That, yeah, ghosts, they just need to eat a lot of sugar. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, that was my big thing. I wanted to kind of, like, the point of this was I wanted to discuss the insane, like, terrifying episode of 613.
Yeah.
But also, as I was digging into it, I needed to talk about how she ate oatmeal cookies and how much it pissed me off. So
Yeah.
I eventually just went into
Now,
that.
I will say, of all the cookies, oatmeal cookie is the least candy.
I don't know about that.
What do you think is a less candy cookie than oatmeal raisin cookie?
Like a one with nuts in it.
You think
Don't make a
nuts,
joke.
you think nuts is less candy?
I don't like nuts.
Okay, but like Ferrero Rocher, is Ferrero Rocher candy?
Yeah.
That's chocolate and nuts.
That's chocolate.
Okay, but it's nuts.
So? That's chocolate.
Okay, but I don't know.
I think raisins maybe I just like raisins. Okay?
Raisins is nature's candy.
I love raisins. I love Raisin Bran.
Raisins is nature's candy.
I love Raisin Bran, okay? I'll say it.
Raisin Bran or
fucking
Raisin
slaps.
Bran Crunch?
No, dude, Raisin Bran Crunch fucking slaps.
Yeah, for real.
It fucking slaps.
Yeah, it's real good. Hate to break it to you, but Kashi Golean Crunch, that shit's wild. That shit goes crazy.
What the fuck is that?
It goes hard.
Did she just introduce me to a brand new world?
Oh, you're gonna hate it. It's like organic and it's expensive.
You bitch.
Ladies, gentlemen, and friends beyond the binary, we didn't figure shit out this week. Ghosts can eat candy. Ghosts can eat candy. Coconuts is candy when it comes to ghosts. And that's
a man can be the smell of pizza, and that's okay.
A man can just be the smell of pizza. And we understand that, and we support it. And don't cheat on your partners. This has been The Rabbit Hole.